Hey there everyone, Lord Frigid here with another episode of AR Mock Battles. This time we are back in Light Season with 3 more volunteers. Some pretty dastardly setups this week too, in my opinion. Hopefully you'll find the battles interesting and or informative, so let's go ahead and get into today's set of maps. Alright, today's first mock battle is going to be against Darren's map. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what I'm getting myself into. That looks disgusting. Alright, Life and Death, Lull Speed Res, Times Pulse, Hardy Bearing, Hades Omega, No Assist, Dragon Fang on Lysithea, Infantry Pulse setup, as if Ninian and Selef did not clue me in on that already. Azura, Fortress Def, Wings of Mercy, Ground Orders, Guidance, No Weapon, Grey Waves, Moonbow. Interesting that there's no aerobatics there. Okay. Ninian with HP plus 5, Wings of Mercy, Infantry Pulse, Chill Attack, No Weapon Dance, and Sacred Cowl. Alright. Oh god, really? Crom with ARD Def Res, as if he wasn't bad enough already. Lull, Attack Def, Times Pulse, Quicken Pulse, Around Grither to Change Fate, and Ignis. Alright, that's a turn 1 Ignis if Selef carries Infantry Pulse, which, I mean, it's Selef, why would he not? Exactly, there it is. Disencounter, Vantage, Infantry Pulse, Def Res 2, Tearfang Swap, and Vengeance. Okay. And finally, we have Hell with another ARD Def Res. Okay. Lunge, Inevitable Death, Heavy Blade, Hell's Reaper, No Assist, and Gale Force. Okie dokie. So Lunge, Gale Force. That doesn't look very fun. And another... At least, I guess she doesn't have Disencounter. Not that... Although I wonder if that's even something worth celebrating, given what it was replaced with. Alright, options. So, Cedar Raiding Party, I'm thinking no. Not unless I can get something going with Chris versus Crom. In order to do that, I'd have to have her attack Selef, or I guess maybe Hell first, to get below full HP, so Ren Greether's effect does not penalize her attack. And even then, I mean, she has bonus unit stats, so that's 61 attack, minus 3 comes out to 58, that's from the lull, 58 against Crom's 51 def. 46 after Spear of Shadows penalizes his def. 50, what did I say? 58 minus 46, 12. Huh, yeah, no, 2 12s does not kill Crom, not at all. So I'm thinking don't do that. Okay, Dragon Wagon. Also no, Idun does not want to fight Crom, Nagi does not want to fight Lysithea. Both of those two are going to make a beeline for the dragons that I don't want them to fight. So, that's a no. Celica can't deal damage to Crom from my experience. Lyn, maybe there's some way that I could isolate only one of these 3 and not die a horrible, painful death on the enemy phase. But I doubt it. If I had... Eventually, I'm actually thinking about turning this into a full-on performance-focused setup, running Milla instead of a bonus unit, you know, fight cancer with cancer. But I don't even have Milla, so not an option right now. Oops. Okay, so finally, we have the Faye Raiding Party. This is actually the team that I think has the greatest chance of actually pulling off a win here. And Non is carrying Witchy Wand, so what I can do is on turn after turn 1, doesn't really matter which, as... I just need to make sure that when she attacks Selef, Witchy Wand will remove the charges on Dragon Fang and Ignis. And then after that, I will be able to reposition her out with Faye, reposition her out again with Corrin, which ensures that she takes hits from Selef and Crom. Crom, I strongly doubt she kills Crom on the first engagement. I'm not even sure she'd kill him at all, honestly. Which means that he absorbs at least 1 refresh, which should... And it's actually going to be... hers. I'm 99% sure he attacks from here as opposed to here, which means he consumes Ninian's refresh, or possibly Azura's if Self goes first. Self might go first, actually, since he doesn't take any damage. Although, I guess since neither of them die, I guess it kind of depends on who deals more. I'll have to look at that matchup later. And then the other thing about this positioning is it keeps her away from Hell for a turn, which is nice because the lunge is obviously annoying, and then Inevitable Death, being in range of that is not a fun time for a tank, or for anyone, but especially for a tank. Especially a tank that has to fight Selef and Legendary Crom on the same enemy phase. Okay, Sorry, vent over. How do I get to that point, though? I need to test this and have Nana, I mean, here or here, but probably here, because this space is almost certainly going to be occupied after my trap test. And then I need Faye to be in position to reposition Nana out to safety on the next turn. So that's... okay, so I was initially thinking maybe test with Faye, but no, it has to be test with Core and reposition with Faye. That gets the positioning I want. Then Nana just moves here, I guess. So she'd need to be in one of these two spaces because she can't reach from here. And then Air... I guess Air can be over here. And then Peony would have to be over here. Can I get Peony over here? I really want to get Nana the attack buff from Peony's attack tactic. Oh yeah, actually I can. I can just refresh Corn and have him reposition her over. Alright, so that's cool. Then on the next turn, Nana will have 46 plus 13, 59, minus 28. I'm not missing anything. No. Okay, sweet. So, what, 31 damage? Oh, okay, perfect. She takes him right down to his Tear Fing, and then Healing Tower puts him up at 31. That's fine. Should be fine. Okay, that's... And then actually, if she deals 31 anyway, she should be able to finish him off on the next turn. Sweet, that's good. If I can get the attack buff on her again, which shouldn't actually be a problem, I don't think. Because Peony's going to need to be somewhere around this general area. Then I need to take a look at these matchups. Hold on. Chrom has 64 attack. Actually, he doesn't. He has 59 attack because of Tamari. Tamari, 59 attack. Subtract out Faye's defense of 35, and then 4 for Bow of Devotion, 6 for Steady Posture, 6 for Distant Death, 5 for Yato and Ally Support, 4 for Corrin's Distant Guard, and Chrom neutralizes buffs and applies a -9 penalty between round greater than the lull, so plus 9 damage there. Comes out to 8. Thank you, calculator. 8 damage. Actually, that's not so bad considering it's legendary freaking Chrom. Alright, and then how much does she hit him for in return? She has, what, 54 attack after Bow of Devotion, then plus 5 for Yato Ally Support, and then plus 3 for Drive Attack, -9 for Randgreather and Lull, 53 attack, and his defense, I'm not getting good vibes from this, 51 defense, haha, yeah, she hits him with 2 2s, lovely. Okay, so 8 damage, she takes 8 from Chrom. How much does she take from Seliph? Seliph has 52 attack after Tamari debuffs. Subtract her defense. She does stack less one-range defense, although she does actually still get a decent amount of it. Oh, and Seliph doesn't neutralize defense buffs, so Peony's Death Tactic will be active. Since... I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Faye will be here and Peony will be here. So she does get that. Alright, so 35 defense, 6 from the buff, 6 from Steady Posture, 5 from Yato Ally Support. Seliph hits exactly 0. Nice. Okay, so I'm thinking Chrom actually does attack first because he doesn't die and he deals more damage. So then actually that applies Attack Smoke to Seliph. So even though he does get Attack Death Bond from Tear Fing when he does attack, it's not going to be a true +5, it'll be instead +3, so he'll hit 3. That's not so bad at all, actually. And then, if Chrom attacks first, then he's going to get the Refresh from Ninian. He might attack again, actually. Although, Faye does have Iceberg. And her res... Chrom doesn't reduce her res, and she won't have the Randgreather penalty anymore. And her res is absolutely massive when attacking from 2 range, so let's take a look at that. So right off the bat, she dealt 4 from the previous combat, and that's going to get upgraded to 2 8s, so for a total of 16 in the second combat. And then that's a total of 20 damage without the Iceberg, and the Iceberg itself is going to deal, her res is 42 with the air bonus, 4 with the Bow of Devotion, 6 with Distant Death, 5 from Yato Ally Support, 4 from Distant Guard, and actually she does get the buff, assuming I get it to her. I don't see anything that would prevent me from doing so. I just need to refresh Corrin, right? Because he's in the same column as her after he repositions Nana. Plus 3, 64 res, that's kind of huge. Divided by 2, 32 damage, plus 20, 52, oh yeah, he dies. Pretty sure. Yeah, he has 49 HP, sweet. Okay. And actually, interestingly enough, mathematically speaking, if he had enough HP so that Faye didn't kill him, the team would kind of not work because Ninian wouldn't be able to infantry him. Random thought. So she lives, she kills him actually. So South's going next. Then Crom's going to say goodbye to his life. And then Selef obviously doesn't die, so he gets the refresh from Azura. So that's both refreshes. So he just attacks her again, I guess. That's neat. And then you move, and you're here, and you're here, and you probably go here? Or here, but I'm thinking here. So, okay, that's fine. That's actually through the first round of combat, which is usually as far as I plan, but just having Selef Hell here makes me a little bit nervous. Actually, let's take a look. Let's take a look at some matchup stuff. What happens after this? So my units are safe, so I can actually keep Peony here and Air here. Although, I need to make sure to not break this if I want to do that, because otherwise, Selef, once he gets Azura's refresh, his move will be boosted, so he can just go whoop. Although, does that matter? I don't think he can kill Peony. How much attack does he have? After he gets refreshed, he'd be back up to 57 times 0.8 for triangle disadvantage, 46 effective, minus 16, 30, and he doesn't double her, I don't think. Selef with 41 speed? What is this? No, okay, it definitely doesn't double her, so, I mean, I could break it. It might actually be better if I broke it, just to draw him a little further away. Interesting. Interesting to consider. And then Nana can just KO him. Okay, I mean, with my units here, I don't think Lysithea is going straight down, so I could just have Nana just run up at the start of the turn, I believe. Okay, that's worth considering. And then after that, what happens with you? I'm thinking Air has to at least hit you for 1 chip damage and 2 defense debuffs. And she might even be able to double. Maybe. Ninian's here, and Hell's here. So you do get affected by Tamari. You're actually highest speed, so you get affected by chill speed. So you have 44. Versus Air, I believe, has 48. Yes, she does. She has 48. So she's actually tied after inevitable death penalties. But then if Peony's here, then she's actually at +3 up once you account for Flower of Joy. So being 3 up with just the Flower of Joy means she'll be 6 up if Peony refreshes her, so then she'd be able to double. How much damage does she deal exactly? She has 52 attack. Actually, she gets a buff of +6 from Peony. And then +3 more from Flower of Joy. And then subtract 4 right off the bat for inevitable death. And then subtract 34 more for her defense. 44, sorry, because of ARD Def Res, super annoying. 13, that's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. 13, and then after that she would deal, what, 20s, right? So after getting refreshed, she would deal 20s. 13, and then she'd double, right? +20, +20. So that actually, 53 damage does take her down to Hell's Reaper, and then Faye can finish the job. Then I'd be worried about what's going on with Lysithea. Well, if she's here, then she'd be receiving a refresh from something. Or actually, no, would she? Okay, wait, Air here. Sorry, Air here, Peony here, Faye here, Nana here, Corrin here. And then Lysithea is here, I think. And Ninian's here, so she can, with ground orders, she'd be able to warp to Ninian, which means she'd be able to attack Air or Faye. She doesn't have Disencounter, so she's only taking Fury damage. And you don't have Dragon Fang anymore, so you just get the... Oh, you're adjacent to someone at the beginning of the turn, so -5 from Tamari, and So that actually kind of cancels out Hades Omega gains. So you're at 63. 63, and Air's res would be 38. Sorry, 42. 42 because of Korn's Distant Guard. 21. That doesn't kill you. I don't think she doubles you either. In fact, you might double her. How much speed did she have? 43. Oh, but afflicted by Tamari. So effectively 42. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, cool. I think that's the plan. I planned that a little further than I usually do, but I think it was worth it considering the positioning after I engage the enemy. So, what did I say? No, I didn't say that. I want to do this. Yes, that, reposition, and then I said break. I might as well refresh, move Nana, reposition you. Sweet. Okay, and then Nana attacks, takes him down to Miracle, or Tear Fing's Refined Effect, and then Faye repositions and take move with Corrin, and then I can have Air go back here because I don't want Seliph hitting her, and refresh Corrin to get field buffs onto Faye, and then just hit in turn, wait to see what the enemies choose to do. Crom should attack first, hit his, 8? Oh, 13, okay. Alright, and then he gets his refresh. Seliph attacks, and then Crom goes down exactly as I expected. And then Seliph gets refreshed, yes, and he goes after Peony. And Lysithea, whoa, you gave me a break there. I was expecting her to go down right, instead she just went straight right. Okay.
Yes?
Yep, Nana takes Seliph out, perfect. And then, oh wait, she's at 38 HP. All this Savage Blow damage, actually, and I didn't realize she was out of the range of that healing tower.
Yes.
16. I miscalculated your damage by 3 points. I'm not complaining, but actually, wait, you die, don't you? Yeah, 223s will kill you. Ha, that's funny. Then I need to do something here. I could just have Faye attack Lysithea.
Okay.
She's not afflicted by Tamari, not being adjacent to anyone. However, Faye actually stacks a pretty good amount of speed here. So, what is that? You have, 47 when initiating. And you reduce Faye's by 3. So she's at 32, but she gets +6. And then actually, since you're the only threat, I can actually have Corrin adjacent to you.
Alright.
No sudden panic or anything.
Okay.
Which is an additional +6. So yeah, you don't double. Okay, that's cool.
Alright.
Oh, and then +4 more for Bow of Devotion. So yeah, you actually have more speed than Lysithea. Neato. I can actually take you out. Then. Not Azura, because that wouldn't put Faye in the right position. And then I can do this. Lysithea should attack. Oh, and she's actually going to take an iceberg to the face. Poor Lysithea. And then I'm basically just home free. So, let's see. How do I want to take the Aether Structures? I guess it doesn't really matter. Break 1.
Okay.
Okay. And then just advance Faye up towards that other one.
What should I do?
And after I pick that guy up,
Alright.
I guess I can have Nana finish the job? Yeah. Whew. Alright, so that was one heck of a map. Scary infantry pulse setup. I can't, it's quite a devastating setup. I honestly wouldn't change a thing. Maybe, I haven't really used Seliph on defense a whole lot. I wonder if Quick Riposte is a good pick for him, since if he's getting doubled, he can loose that in one round, maybe kill whoever's kicking things off. I don't know. Possibly. That's an option, but otherwise, yeah, it's quite the map. Nice work on putting it together, and thank you for volunteering it. And let's go ahead and move on to map number 2. The second map belongs to Linen. Let's go ahead and take a look at this map. Actually, this battle is going to be a little bit different from the rest of the mock battles I will be featuring here, because Linen's been on my friends list for a while now, and I've actually mock battled this setup a few times before. So I kind of have a general idea of what I'm doing already. I don't really think there's going to be much value in going back over the entire planning process, because that would just take forever. Let's go ahead and take a look at the setup here. We have Bramimond with Attack Def Push, low attack res, Impenetrable Dark, that's what it's called, Def Res 2, Void Tome, no assist, and Astra. As you can tell, this is an infantry pulse setup. Ninian with HP plus 5, Chill Res, Infantry Pulse, Distant Guard, Light Breath, Dance, Moonbow. Kyria with Sturdy Impact, Low Attack Res, Distant Guard, Hardy Bearing, Mirage Rod, no assist, Astra. You can probably see where this is going now. Nils with HP plus 5, Sudden Panic, Infantry Pulse, Chill Attack, Water Breath, Play, Moonbow. Sothis with Steady Posture 3, Low Attack Speed, Infantry Pulse, HP Speed, Lightning Breath Plus, with the Speed Refinement, obviously, to allow her to Infantry Pulse her lower HP mage comrades, Swap and Sirius, and finally Alphonse with Fury 4, Low Attack Res, Infantry Pulse, Attack Def, Imbued, Coma, no assist, and Astra. So obviously the idea is if you're not careful, you're going to get your unit hit with an Astra, and it's going to hurt, and you're probably going to die. So actually prior to a couple weeks ago, the only way I could actually deal with this team was with my good old Faye raiding party. What I would do is I'd basically break these structures over here on the left-hand side and have Nana attack Alphonse, get the Witchy Wand off on both him and Kyria, and then reposition Nana to safety with Faye, leaving her to kind of deal with the oncoming enemy. And leaving her here actually makes her safe from Bramimon. Kyria requires a refresh in order to actually get to her, and she does move first, I believe, because she's closer. And Bramimond cannot reach this location with only a single refresh. He comes up exactly one range short. So that's why leaving him with his Astra is perfectly safe. I guess theoretically, if I attacked Kyria with Nana, I could get rid of the Astras from all three of them, but I mean, getting her in there is probably not that big of a deal, since she is a cavalry with 3 movement. Getting her out safely, on the other hand, is an entirely different story, and I don't think there's really any feasible way to do that. So that was my approach up until a couple weeks back. Now, what happened was I was messing around doing mock battles to check the effectiveness of the Celica raiding party, and I came up with what I think I'm going to refer to as a bit of a harebrained scheme. And it's essentially the same approach as the Faye raiding party, but I took advantage of what I suspected to be an AI prioritization rule, I guess, which says that while yes, the AI does tend to make a beeline for your units, that's how it's programmed, it prefers to do so in a reasonably safe manner if it can do so without compromising the speed with which it reaches you. And so you might be thinking, well, Lord Frigid, that's great. What am I supposed to do with that information? I think this is probably a good time to get into the mock battle, get a bit of a live demo situation. So let me go ahead and kick things off. It's basically the same start as I mentioned. I have to go up and grab that healing tower, except this time it's not to prevent the chip damage from being healed off. It's to actually open that space up to attack from, which may sound like a bit of an odd thing to do, but you'll see what the idea is behind that shortly. I'm gonna go ahead and break this structure, warp Layla over to Celica, move Celica over here, smite Layla over 1 space, and move Air here in preparation to reposition her up 1 space to kick things off on the next turn. Sorry, that was a bit of a mouthful. So, move her up, and then move Celica up as well. Hit her up with a Gentle Dream that actually allows Layla, even though she gets panicked, she does gain the warp power. So she can attack Alphonse. Her Pulse Smoke will reduce his special charge, allowing Celica to move up 1 space and attack from here. That's why it was important to get that Gentle Dream bonus onto Layla and to break that healing tower. And now you're probably thinking, wait, Lord Frigid, Bramimond, he's right there. He still has his Astra. He can move down here, or I guess once Kyrie's gone, he can move there too, get refreshed by Ninian, and she will totally blow her HP to high heaven, or down to the underworld, or whatever the heck you want to use as far as phrasing for that. And yeah, he could do that, but that's not really the way the AI does things. It doesn't see, oh, I can move here and then get refreshed. In fact, I don't think it even detects, oh, I have a refresher on my team. But what it does see, it sees Celica. it sees Celica, it sees she has a threat range. It sees that her threat range covers 2 of these spaces that he can move to. So actually, when I move Chris over here, after Kyria has attacked Celica, she should fall. 225 set, that's definitely going down. And once Nils falls as well, Ramimon sees Celica, sees her threat range, and goes, yeah, let's be safe. And he just goes there. That was the premise upon which I based my attempt, and I was halfway surprised when it worked, honestly. But let me actually go ahead and finish the job here. I can move Celica, so Bramimon cannot counterattack Layla. Then after that, I believe I just refresh Celica, take on Sothis, and then Air can finish off Bramimon, and Ninian will fall to Celica on the enemy phase. So that is a bit of an interesting little, fun little trick you can use on some very specific situations to keep your units, put your units into a seemingly inevitable death situation, and then because of the AI's arcane rules, escape unscathed. So that is an absolutely devastating setup. Obviously, it's somewhat weak to Pulse Smoke, Infantry, and Witchy Wand and such. But I don't know. It seems pretty devastating to me. I wouldn't change a thing about it. The third mock battle is going to be against Joel BG's map. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so it's just Spring Breeze Cavline. All right, let's take a look at the skills. Yoon with Fury, Sabotage Res, Chaos Named, Aerobatics, Chaos Manifest, Harsh Command Moonbow. Nana with Attack Speed Solo, Wrathful Staff, Hone Cavalry. Hone Cavalry, that's interesting. Attack Speed 2, I believe. Yes. Panic, Restore, and Miracle. Okay, Restore. Lin with Swift Sparrow 3, Lullet Speed Def, Pulse Smoke, Sturdy Blow, Mula Gear, Drawback Corrupted Sky, alrighty. Sothis with Attack Speed Push, Wings of Mercy, Pulse, Times Pulse, Quicken Pulse, Sublime Surge, Harsh Command, plus Sirius. Alright, that's interesting. Turn 1 Sirius. Olwen with Attack Speed Push, Low Attack Speed, Hone Cavalry, Hardy Bearing, Thunderhead, Harsh Command, and Ruptured Sky. And finally, Clarine with Attack Speed Solo, Wrathful Staff, Hone Cavalry, HP Speed, Panic, Restore, and Miracle. So a bit of Restore and Harsh Command action going on here. I wonder a little bit how effective that is. A lot of the potency of the Cav line is, in my opinion, being able to rush the enemy down really quickly, and having your cavalry units up at the top using Restore is not particularly conducive to that. Also, I'm just noticing now that Lin and Olin are forming units. I didn't notice the blue sparklies before. Not that that's particularly important, just something random I noticed. Honestly, with the harsh commands on Sothis and Yoon, I think you're probably covered for removing Panic, at least on the 2 units who it's super important to remove Panic from. I don't know. Your map, your rules. As far as approach options, usually Spring Breeze Cav lines would go to the Celica raiding party. I have a kind of disgusting setup that I can employ a lot of the time on maps like this, but it looks like for this one I could also probably get away with Dragon Wagon. Lin can't charge Ruptured Sky on Nagi, and Olin is probably a one-shot for Idun. And actually, on this particular map, that's not super bow heavy and is in fact quite heavy with the res hitters, I could probably get away with using the Sita team, and I think I'll do that. That idea kind of appeals to me. Basically, leave her here. She will take the hit from Olin and one-shot back with effective damage triangle advantage. And then Lin's just going to come straight down, I'm pretty sure. So if I break this turn 1, I can move her here, refresh her, and then just have her take Lin out with one shot as well. Then she should be fine to tank the rest of the map. I mean, that's sound enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and switch my raiding party over here. Get that going. So, let's see. Took a while to load there, but alright. 70 HP Panic Manner, so keep the field buffs away from her. And then do this. And then that.
I'll do my best.
Maybe? Guess I could break this. Let's not bother. Alright, just hit and turn there. I guess I'll see a Restore, or Harsh Command, that's fine too. Owen, as expected, goes down to 80 damage. Yikes. Okay, and now I can do this.
Certainly. Yes.
Have Sita take out Lynn.
What next?
There we go. And she actually gets Gale Force from that,
Let's
so... Okay, that's interesting. You have 54 speed.
What next?
You have 49. Okay, actually, you have 50 speed after the rain. So you're actually down a single point. And that could be fixed by Flower or Gentle Dream plus Flower of Joy, but I don't see any. I can't refresh Azura.
This way.
I don't see any way to actually get her the buff
What
and put
next?
Peony in the
Good
same
morning.
column here. So that's a no-go. Attacking you is
Let's
pointless.
go.
You're just gonna get healed. So I'll attack you
Certainly.
instead. And then, actually, I could probably do this. That should be fine. Yeah, that'll get
This way.
Sothis to attack Sita. And then over here on this side, I think I can start making some progress towards the Aether structures. So let me just move Chris here and
The
then put
glimmer of
Air
life.
behind her. That ought to do the trick. Do see a restore out of Nana and Clarine attacks, so she's prioritized so she doesn't die. And this should be a pretty easy finisher on the Sothis fight, Sothis matchup rather. And then I can
Let's go.
hit Clarine as well. And then over on this
That's
end, I can
correct.
actually
What can I do?
let's see, do I want Azura this way? I guess it doesn't really matter.
morning.
Let me do this.
Let's go. I'll
There, that ought to do it. So Nana, oh, she attacks from there? That's actually kind of annoying. Well,
The glimmer of
I guess it doesn't
life.
really matter.
Certainly.
So I'll just have,
Yes.
yeah, you can attack Chris. I'm okay with that.
What can
You're
I
not,
do?
she's definitely not gonna die, so whatever.
Let's go.
And then
Ready.
I'll leave Peony
Good
here.
morning.
Is she attacking Chris? Oh no, she's just going straight for air. All right, that's fine too. So let me go ahead and break this, and then actually I should be able to do this, or I could have even moved Chris.
Yes.
They both can activate Gale Force, and as a result,
What can I do?
get right through that miracle for the finisher. Okay, so that was a interesting Cavline setup. I mean, I guess my only real note would be that I'm not entirely certain the restores on the healers helps you all that much, but yeah, that's the only thought I've got. Thank you for sharing, and actually that was the last map of this batch. And that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of AR Mock Battles. As always, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to all of the volunteers. Next week, I'll be back in Astro Season with another set of 3 maps. The link to the map queue is in the description if you'd like to see what the lineup looks like. If you're interested in volunteering your own map, just leave your hero's friend code in the comments section and I'll send a request your way. So, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time.